This is Paul. Passports. They've been issued by the U.S. Secretary of State. Have you ever read what's in the passport? You know, when the Secretary of State signs it. Yeah. Because I did read it actually. Yeah. Why don't you get your passport out today? Yeah. And read what it says. Phew. Now, when I had my passport issued, it might have been Hillary Clinton that was Secretary of State. Yes. I do remember when Robert Gates was the Secretary of the Department of Defense. And I was talking to a guy outside of the Tamuning Plaza. And he said, Paul, did you read the back of the passport about how the United States has to protect you? Yeah. And I thought for sure, as soon as the United States has knowledge of fraud, forgery, felony, kidnapping, that they had an obligation to protect me as a citizen of the United States. Now, these passports, yes, they're somewhat important. Yeah. When you can't leave a U.S. territory, yes, without it. Oh, and they take it as a condition of probation. Oh, getting it back was something I did feel very good about. Yes, because they took it because of the fabricated evidence against me. Now, last night I did spend some time thinking about a few things, and I think we should really, really seriously consider this. When you issued a passport to myself, yeah, my wife, my five sons, yeah, and my stepdaughter, pooh, did you think I had a mental illness? Seems like I can fill out forms without any problem. Yes, but somebody kept saying I was crazy. Oh, mhm, mhm. Now, the passport. Yes. The restricting of the issuance of passports to federal authorities. Yeah, the passport office, which is in the Department of the U.S. Embassy consulates. Yeah. Now, an application for a passport in the United States must be made in person before a clerk of a federal court or state court having naturalization jurisdiction. Now, a lot of people they say, "Well, this is an old encyclopedia." But as I think about it, in the post offices, yeah, they process the application for your passport. And I thought that when I informed you of my rights being violated, yes, you had it all right now. Well, I'm wanting my sons today. Yes. And then I'd like to know where my passport is. As I remember it, somebody turned the electricity off on me. Yeah. Now, just so we know, yes, do you know where your passport is at? Because it could be that a lot of individuals in the employment of the government need to surrender their passports so they cannot leave the United States. Yes. Now, with the application, a passport applicant must submit two recent signed photographs, 2.5 inches square. A citizen born in the United States must furnish proof of birth by submitting a previously issued passport or one of in which he was included or a birth certificate. If no birth record exists, a baptismal certificate or a certified copy of the record of baptism, census records, newspaper files, school records, or affidavits of persons having personal knowledge of the birth may be accepted. Now, a naturalized citizen must present his naturalization certificate. An applicant must satisfactorily establish his identity to the clerk of the court, yeah, or passport agent. Yes. Well, there's that clerk of the court again. Why don't we look at ouch right now the passports? Yes. See, there's somebody in the family that thinks you are me and I am you. But you are not me, yes, and I am not you. Ouch! And when you think about the passports that have been issued, any look-alike employee of the government that has an actual passport,